If any dog comes to your street, then dog starts to say, Baba, Baba, why are you here? When you are coming from other country to entering immigration, what they ask you? Who are you? Why are you here? That's why it is a dog-like culture. It is. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that present day culture is like a dog culture, as the dogs always say bhav bhav, the human being also. Instead of nicely asking, can I give prasad? They say, who are you? Why are you coming here? When did you come? When are you going back? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur very wonderfully wrote it. Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Kali Bhaya Nashana Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Sana Sri Satchinandana Gao Sri Satchinandana Gao Sri Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Gadadhara Madana Nitayara Pranadhana Gadadhara Madana Nitayara Pranadhana Advaita Prapujita Gora Advaita Prapujita Gora Nimai Vishambhara Srinivasa Ishwarani Sharanimai Vishambhara Srinivasa Ishwara Bhakata Samuha Chitta Chora Bhakata Samuha Chitta Chora Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Sri Satchinandana Gao Nadiya Shashadhara Mayapura Ishvara Ishvara Nadiya Shashadhara Mayapura Ishvara Nama Pravartana Sura Nama Pravartana Sura Griha Jana Sichaka Nasa Kulanayaka Yaka Griha Jana Sichaka Nasa Kulanayaka Madhava Radha Bhavapura Madhava Radha Bhavapura Kali Yuga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nashana Sri Satchinandana Gao Sarvabhauma Shodhana Gajapati Tadana Sarvabhauma Shodhana Gajapati Tarana Ramananda Pushana Veera Ramananda Pushana Veera Rupananda Vardhana Sanatana Palana Lana Rupananda Vardhana Sanatana Palana Lana Haridasa Modana Dhira Haridasa Modana Dhira Kali Yoga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nachana Sri Satchinandana Gao Brajarasa Bhavana Dustamata Satana Satana Brajarasa Bhavana Dustamata Satana Kapati Vighatana Kama Kapati Vighatana Kama Shuddha Bhakta Palana Susagana Tadana Rana Shuddha Bhakta Palana Suskagana Tadana Lana Chala Bhakti Dushana Rama Chala Bhakti Dushana Rama Kali Yoga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nachana Kali Yoga Pavana Kali Bhaya Nachana Sri Satchinandana Gao Sri Satchinandana Gao Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Nitai Gorango Nitai Gorango Nitai Nitai Gorango Nitai Gorango Nitai Nita 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 Nitai Gorango Nitai 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 Gorango Nitai Gorango Gorahari Nitai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Jam Shtapa Prahamsa Parivrata Acharya Stotra Shatasrimat Nityamangrey Savacharana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai Namacharya Srilauda Thakur ki jai Prem se kau Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasad Gaur Bhaktun ki jai Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai Sri Sri Krishna Radha Radhanath ki jai Sri Sri Giraj Govardhan ki jai Sri Sri Gaur Hari ki jai Sri Mayapur Dham ke Sri Vrindavan Dham ke Sri Jagannathpur Dham ke Sri Ganga Maya Manamai ki jai Bhakti Dev Tulsi Dev ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki jai Samveta Bhakta Vrind ki jai all glories to assembled deities all glories to assembled deities all glories to Guru and Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Why we have to say Vrindavan ki jai, Mayapur Dham ki jai, Ganganath ki jai? Why? Why we have to say? I told you a couple of times. As the Lord Krishna, Abhinatvam Nama Namini, is not different from his name. When we say Krishna, we are with Krishna. But problem is that with the mouth we are saying Krishna, mind is somewhere else. That's why you don't feel that transcendental happiness. But when my mind is nowhere else other than Krishna's lotus feet, then you will transcendental feel happy. In the same way, Lord's abodes also non-different from Krishna. When you are taking Mayapur Dham ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Amarnath ki jai, these are abode of the Lord, transcendental. Whenever Lord comes, the abodes also, Dham also appear on this earth planet. Though they are earth planet, they are not subject to the loss of the material nature. Even at the total devastation, they remain alive and go back home. Okay. In the same way, the rivers, holy rivers also. You ask what is the origin of the river in South Africa, maybe it is coming from there. Is it? You will find some. From this mountain it is coming. But here in scriptures you will find each and every river, they are originating from heavenly planets or Brahmalok, upper planet system. They are also divine. Some come from the Lord's abode itself. So therefore, they all being divine, they got the special powers. I want to take bath in Ganges, in Yamuna, but I am unable to go there. So sincerely, we take the holy name of the rivers Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, I want to take bath, forgive me. So one will get the result of having taken bath or visiting the holy places. That's why to give that opportunity of getting into there are blessings, we recite the names of those dham and the holy rivers so that we are benefited transcendentally. Okay. In the backside there is a translation, you can read it one by one. If you want to be rid of the influence of the dog-like personality of Kali, then just sing the glories of the beautiful son of Mother Shachi, Shachinandana. He is the savior of the Kali Yuga Pavana, and he is the Kali Bhaya Nashana, destroyer of all fear caused by the agent of quarrel. Others? Good. Number 3. Next person, next number 4. Lord Chaitanya is the source of all the transcendental mellows of Rajadhama, Rajarasa Bhavana. He is the destroyer of all the mischievous and wicked mentality, Dushtamat Satana. And it dissolves the mundane lust of the deceitful, insincere souls by cordless mercy, Kapati Vighatana Kama. He maintains and protects his pure Vaishnava devotees, Shuddha Bhakta Palana. And he chastises dry, hypocritical devotion, Chalabhakti Dushana. And he is the reserve of pleasure, Rama. Labhaktano Thakur ki jai. So here last important is that Rajarasa Bhavana Dushtamata Sasana. Rajarasa Bhavana means pure Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Prabhupada writes that go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, visit the places and get out of the place. Don't stay. And somewhere says that one should stay in Vrindavan all the time. Both are correct. If you have the mentality of criticizing, seeing the dogs, so dirty, these people are unclean, then don't go to Vrindavan. Because with the contaminated of senses, we cannot see the real Vrindavan. When our senses are purified, we are transcendentally situated, always eager to see Krishna, then at that time real Vrindavan can be seen. Before that, not possible. So when you go to Dham, Mayapur, Vrindavan, any holy places, one should not to see what are the wrong things happening. Once Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was giving a lecture, he said that the crows, crows, not many in South Africa, crows looks for the dirty things, where are the dirty, then they go. And whereas the swan, it looks for the clear, pure water drops. So when we are thinking of that, this is wrong, that is wrong, it means our mental mind is contaminated mind. We see the only wrong things. So if you are really in the Krishna consciousness, we don't see the wrong things, we see the right things. Material world, there are wrongs there. But why to see wrong? Why not see the good things? Okay. So that seeing always good thing means you are with Krishna. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chachunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadameyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Cha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacha Deshatarani He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Today we'll, as per schedule, we'll discuss Transcendental Diary, written by Harisori Prabhu. He was so fortunate that he got to serve as a personal servant of Srila Prabhupada for more years than anyone. There are so many servants were there. Among them, His Grace Harisori Prabhu served Srila Prabhupada many years. And accordingly, Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai, Giraj Govardhan ki jai, Gauraj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And the great is that he used to record all the speeches. So then he compiled all the speeches, room conversations, and made a book which is known as Transcendental Diary. Many volumes are there, wonderfully explained it. Last week we all discussed about Srila Prabhupada in the Honolulu. How it was there in Honolulu, okay? Prabhupada is still Honolulu. While Prabhupada was there, something wrong, something happened in New Zealand. Srila Prabhupada little disturbed. The meat factory was blasted. So, they found some Hare Krishna devotees also. Newspaper written that Krishnites are there. So the meaning was not very clear whether it was blasted by the Hare Krishnites or they were working there. Srila Prabhupada said that one should maintain what we are talking about. We say something and we do something, it won't affect at all. Our Krishna conscious devotees must reform themselves to adopt the things what we are taught, what we teach also. Just like the teachers in the class, they say that don't smoke, and outside the class teacher is smoking. Who will care for him? So Prabhupada said that the Krishna conscious devotees must strictly follow the Brahminical culture and become a Vaishnava. In the Brahminical culture we don't follow, we don't have any weight, and bring the bad name to the ISKCON also. That's when he got the newspaper report, Prabhupada was little disturbed that this is a big problem with the devotees. He also said that when you are going to India, the devotees, Vaishnavas, Gaudiya people say that you are giving the Brahmin initiation to the Mlechas. Mlechas means in not any category, the people who do not follow the Vedic instructions. Okay? They are all called Mlechas. So, they said that my God brothers, others, everybody criticizing that you are giving the Brahmin initiation to the Mlechas, those who do not follow the regulative principles. And now we can see the Hare Krishna devotees are coming, names are coming in the newspaper. Prabhupada was little upset, he was not happy. So today we will discuss still Prabhupada in Honolulu on the 21st May 1976. By this time, Srila Prabhupada told his disciples that now I want to reduce my management involvement. You people should take over the management. I'll spend all my time in writing the books. Prabhupada knows that books are the basis. Even after Prabhupada's departure also, so more than 50 years, 1977 departed. So still the movement is progressing because of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada who work very hard. They try to follow the Prabhupada's instructions. It's flourishing. Why? Because the books are there to give the knowledge. That's why Srila Prabhupada's books are the basis. If we don't have the books, only we hear, how long we can remember it? After some time we forget. So great saintly reformers, saintly people also came, taught them, but after when they left it, that moment also finished, disappeared. But Prabhupada understands it. Therefore, he given the solid supporting system, which is translating the Vedic literature, especially Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavad Gita in English. And after that, it was translated more than 80 languages at present. More than 80 languages. Our Prabhupada literature is translated and distributed throughout the world. So, now while in Honolulu, Srila Prabhupada started the lecturing on Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto. 6th canto starts from the Ajamila story. The 21st verse, Srila Prabhupada taking first chapter, begins the narration of life of Ajamila as an example of the efficacy of the holy name. In his class, Srila Prabhupada explained that the story is not fiction because city of Kanyakubja is still existing and The Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago. So, that means the city existed before 5,000 years. All the name of the places mentioned in the scriptures and Puranas, they are still existing there. People do not know, they don't want to go to find out. They want to go by aeroplane or bus. Oh, this city is not there. You have to go inside, they will find it. The story of Ajamila, which takes place in, which is described in the 6th canto of the Bhagavatam, it for the story, for the place, name of the place, Kanyakuja, still there, Kanyakuja. Okay? The great kings also came in that place. Srila Prabhupada says that all the places still existing. Here, starts with the glories of the holy name of the Lord. The 6th canto when started, Sukadeva Goswami explaining that the previous cantos explained the severity of the hellish planets, how a living entity who committed sins, how much severe punishment he has to undergo in the hellish planet. After hearing that one, out of compassion, Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami, Gurudev, living entity by mistake unknowingly commits sinful activity. For that, he has to undergo such a severe punishment. And repeatedly, is there is there any other atonements or punishment or process by which he can be freed from the punishment at all? Then it is explained. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayana agham dunvanti kartniya nihar miha bhaskara. Sukadeva Goswami says that Kechit kevalaya bhaktya, by surrendering to Krishna fully. Surrendering means, oh, I am surrendered. No, by the lip service, no. Surrender means anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rachishyat vishwaso gopturtya varnam yata atmanichepa karpranya shed vidha sharanagati. These are the 6 limbs of the surrender. When we include all the 6 limbs of the surrender and engage service of Radha Radhanath, means we are fully surrendered to Krishna. Not by the lip service. Oh, I am surrendered to Krishna, up to him. No. So means whatever is favorable to serve Krishna, I take it. There is no problem. Anukula sense. Second one is that Pratikulasya Varjanam. Whatever is not favorable to service of Krishna, I reject it. So when he thinks, oh, Sunday I was coming to temple, but in the meanwhile, my parents come from village. So I had to drop this program. So it's a Pratikulasya. A real devotee say, no. The satsang is there, after that it will take 1 week to me to go to temple again. I can't miss this opportunity. Who knows, within this time I may leave the body. When I leave the body, I miss Lord, big opportunity to get the blessings of the Lord. My father and come and go. Either I can tell them to sit, wait, I will go to temple and come back, sit here, or you also come with me. But I will not miss this opportunity, go to temple, take blessings of the Lord. That's called a Pratikulasya Varjanam. Whatever is not favorable to me, I reject that, but I will take service to the Lord. Devotee must have full faith that Rachishyat Vishwas, Krishna will protect me. If you have the full faith in the Lord, Lord will also accept it. If I don't have full faith, okay, don't trust me, let him do. Lord doesn't force anyone. When Krishna was in, Pandavas in exile, when Krishna came to see them in Kamyavan, Draupadi asked Krishna, Keshav, I am your devotee, I am your Sakhi. And I was in a great trouble, why didn't you help me? Lord says, Draupadi, when you called me Govinda, I came. But you are not looking at me. You are looking at your husband to save you. You are looking at Bhishma to save you. You are looking at Kripacharya, Dronacharya to save you. You are looking at the king to save you. After that, when you looked at me, I helped you. Means the Lord is always there for the protect the devotees, take care of devotee who fully surrendered. But we don't have the faith. That's why say Rachishvat Vishwaso, Goptrite Varnam Yatha. One should have full faith in the Lord. That's like a girl. Varnam means marriage is called Varan. When a girl, nowadays boy and girl, they know each other. In the gone days in India, even still now also, boys they don't know the girl. A girl doesn't know the boy whom they are going to get married. First time they see, when the parents come, after that marriage, that's all. So the girl who had never saw the in-laws or her husband, she gets married. And why? And comes to the house of the in-laws with the full faith that my husband will protect me. How much faith she must have it? Huh? Goptrita means it's not only protection, the material, it's spiritual also. Husband is responsible for the spiritual and material elevation of his dependent wife. Okay. Atmanicheva karpanya, one should surrender fully. Karpanya, humility. Okay. When these six include, then we can say it is surrender. Anyatha, it is no. Okay. So here, that same is explained here. Srila Prabhupada in the 6th canto says that Ajamila is the example of the efficacy of the holy name. So he was a very, very great sinful person. Okay. But though in the childhood Ajamila was a great devotee of the Lord Brahmana, Brahmana is not by the birth. Anyone who got that quality is a Brahmana. Unfortunately, especially in India, people take the categorization as by the birth, not at all. Lord also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvanya Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagta. By the qualities, not by the birth. So, when the Ajamila was a very Brahmana, fully following the regulatory principles and had the fully Brahmanical qualities, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Shamo Damas Tapasshaucham Chantir Arjam Evacha Jnana Vijnana Mastikyam Brahma Sarma Svabhavajam. These are the peaceful. Shama means peaceful. Otherwise, we can say Yama Niyama. Shama means what we are supposed to following. Like in ISKCON we say, I will follow regulatory principles. No meat eating, no gambling, is it? The do's these are called. And we do, and the Brahmana must do Swadhyaya, study of the Vedas every day. No, I read when I get the time. No. It is obligatory, as we cannot stay without eating the food. In the same way, Brahmana will not stay without study of the scripture, Swadhyaya. It is very important. And serving the spiritual master. It is one of the quality or duty of the Brahmana. Anyone says that, I am a Brahmana, so you must be serving the Guru. Acharya Upasana we call it. Okay? So you must study the scriptures, you must teach others. The Brahmana is meant to teach others. That's why teachers at present, the Brahmanas mean teachers, lecturers, professors, scientists, doctors. They all are the Brahmana, comes under the category of the Brahmanas, intelligence community. So he, Ajamila, a son of a Brahmana, from the right childhood he was a great Brahmana. In a class, Prabhupada explained that the story is not fictitious. Because, why it not fictitious? Because the place Kanyakubja still existed here. And Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago. Okay. It means that the city existed before 5,000 years. Kanyakubja is still there now, But in the Bhagavatam, the name of the city comes Kanyakubja. It means 5,000 years before written. So it means the Kanyakubja was there even 5,000 years before also. Ajamila was in the beginning a beautiful son of a Dvija. Dvija means a Brahman twice born. First birth is given by the mother and father in the material world. When the child is grown up, he wants to study the scriptures, he must get initiated by a guru. Okay? Then that's called Dvija. A guru is previously materially God took birth, but now spiritual birth it takes place by the mercy of spiritual master and Krishna. Therefore, in the present day Vaishnava Siddhanta also, the Dvaja in Brahman initiation, which is called Dvija, second birth, is given another name. With the material, when you take birth, parents give a name, material name. But when you take the shelter of a spiritual master, then he gives the another name, spiritual name. Dvija means second birth. Okay. It was Dvija, okay, twice born. Prabhupada he said, if one does not get second birth, means he is not initiated by spiritual master, he is a Shudra. Shudra means a person who doesn't have the spiritual knowledge, ignorant person. He may be PhD, but he doesn't know who is he, what is the destiny, why is suffering. He doesn't know who is he, and he doesn't know who is Supreme Lord. Then he is a Shudra, a no more Brahmana. But the one who inquires about who I am, why I am suffering, what is my destiny, who is God, what is soul and super soul, then he is a Brahmana. He gave an apt description of the Shudra. Shudra means lamentation, simply changing. They accept something and then they find it useless and they lament it. So that sometimes gets opportunity. I also want to study Bhagavatam, but no. So many but it comes up. Okay? The so-called scientists, philosophers, they are all Shudras because they say we have discovered something. After 5 years, after few years, it is now useless. So scientists we consider as a part of the intelligence community, but spiritually they don't have the knowledge. We are talking about the social orders way. Materially, yes, they come under category of intelligentsia. But spiritually, a Brahmana is the one who accepts the existence of the Lord, take the shelter. I know God is there, but I don't want to surrender to Him. Then you are a Shudra. You are an ignorant person. You don't know the purpose of human form of the life. In the Padma Purana, in the Skanda Purana, a discussion between Lord Narayan and Garuda takes place. He says that Adhichitasya vapo sarvam karya nirtakam pasyonim avapnoti vidichha inamruto nara. Any human being, human form of the life is meant to get out of this cycle of birth and death and get liberated. No other form of the human life other than the human form on this earth planet can deliver the living entity to spiritual world. The human form is specially designed, made by the Lord. It is karma bhumi, we call it. When you use this human body in the service of the Lord, fully blessed by the spiritual master, under his direction, then it gets liberation. If he engages his body in the pious activities, he may go to heaven. But he engages his body in the sinful activities, he will take birth as the animal kingdom. But a person who is not initiated by a Diksha Guru, no matter how much pious activity doing, he has, Lord says that he will take to the animal kingdom. He will not take, after leaving the body, he will not take birth as human being, but get into the one of the animal kingdom. Means It cannot, a person who is not taken the shelter of the spiritual master and parampara, then his all pious activities will give the pious result, but not the spiritual elevation. Spiritual elevation, recognition comes up when a living entity takes the shelter of a guru in parampara. The so-called scientific philosophers, they are all Shudras because they say, we have discussed something. Okay. After some time, then nothing exists. When you discuss something, after that, how can you say it is not existing? It means you are in illusion. Oh, it is now useless. Under theory, Shudra. So, Shudra cannot give you any education. That is not possible. Education has to be taken from the Brahmana. Brahmana means what? Brahma Janaitit Brahmana. The one who knows the Supreme Lord is the Brahmana. If who doesn't know the Supreme Lord and who doesn't know the soul himself, then no matter he may be PhD, but transcendental is Shudra, ignorant man. Prabhupada gave a detailed description of the qualities of a real Brahmana. The Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter 42 verse also says it. And the Lord, Prahlad Maharaj also gives the 12 qualities of the Brahmana. And Bhagavad Gita also in simplified way, the 18th chapter 42 verse gives Shamo Damah Tapas Shaucham Chantir Arjam Evacha Jnana Vijnana Mastikyam Brahma Karma Sabhavajam. A Brahmana now never works for anyone. Brahmana's duty is to study scripture and teach the scriptures to others. So whatever the public give as a remuneration something to him, then he will survive. He doesn't look for how much money I get. Okay, this, by the mercy of the Lord I got it, this is okay for me, survival. A Brahmana is always happy, whatever he got it. You understand that the nature of the body, not meant for going for running behind the material position. The body, human body, is meant for inquisiting of the Supreme Lord. Surrender and glorify the Lord in service of the Lord. How such a Dvija gradually progresses, beginning from the student life as a humble servant of the Guru, through the various stages of realization until they come to an understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. Anyone who got inquisitive to know about himself and the Supreme Lord, he desires to study scriptures and are as guided by the spiritual master. Okay? And he keep on studying scripture till he comes to the realization of the Brahman realization. Who is he? Atma, self-realized soul, he says, Brahmadarshi. Then you will realize the Supreme Lord also. Who is Supreme Lord? Okay. Then he is a Brahmana. Brahmajana. If it doesn't, the material qualification doesn't make me any Brahmana, he is a Shudra. So he knows what he wants to speak. Okay. So Vedanta is a compilation by Vyasadeva. Vedanta means what is existing after complete Vedic knowledge. Vedas give lots of transcendental knowledge. Entire scientific and material knowledge is given the Vedas. But in the end of the Vedanta, in the nutshell, give the sutras, only theorems. And not everybody can understand the theorems unless explained by a spiritual master who is expert in the Vedic knowledge. You know, just like you are going to the college and schools, you are doing the mathematics theorems. Somebody says those who went to the engineering, Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem. In the mathematics comes Pythagoras' theorem. Is it? Unless the lecturer explains what is the theorem, reading the books you can't understand it. Those studies the physics or engineering, they know it. Mathematics, there are so many theorems come up, but they have to be explained by expert teacher. In the same way, there are so many Siddhanta theorems are there in the Vedas, but they have to be explained by a person who who knows that is transcendently situated. That is Guru. Guru must. That's why one should take the shelter of Guru, coming parampara. From him we must try to learn. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada, the Vedanta, commentary on the Vedanta is Bhagavatam. That's why in the scripture write that Bhagavatam is the natural commentary on the Vedanta. What is given the final instructions in the Vedanta, that is explained how to apply those principles in the life of the devotees. The Puranas give. Bhagavatam completely specifically speaks of the devotional service to the Lord. Bhagavatam doesn't give any material benedictions, nothing to do. Other Puranas give, if you do this one, you get the material benefit, this. But Bhagavatam doesn't talk about the material benefit, it speaks of the ultimate benefit for the living entity, and that's why it's called the natural commentary on the Vedanta. Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Vedanta, the end of the knowledge. He condemned those who use the Vedas for their own purposes. Vedic knowledge not to be used for earning the money or living comfortably. In the Padma Purana, where the glories of the Bhagavatam mentioned, first chapter, there Shukadeva Goswami says that anyone recites the Bhagavatam in return for the money, it should be rejected, because Bhagavatam, being the transcendental knowledge, is not supposed to be recited, explained for the money, not to be sold it. You get no result. This is because the transcendental knowledge not for based on the how much money you give it, how much you are surrendered to. That is the main factor. So, why the rascals comment on the different way? Okay, the purpose is known to by Krishna. Okay, what others have got the right, just like Bhagavad Gita, the purpose is known to Krishna. Okay, in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita also Srila Prabhupada writes it. How one should read the Bhagavad Gita, spirit of reading. So when one reading the Bhagavad Gita, one should see that the Bhagavad Gita is the song spoken by Krishna. So Krishna has to be accepted as the Supreme Personality Godhead. If you say no, Krishna is a reformer, then better don't read Bhagavad Gita. You don't understand any transcendental meaning. The first requirement is that one should accept Krishna as Supreme Personality Godhead. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, every page says, Bhagavan Uvacha. He never said that Krishna Uvacha said. The Bhagavan, Supreme Lord speaking. And that is Krishna. Okay. And in the beginning, those who got the opportunity read the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. Wonderful. 30 pages, Srila Prabhupada writes it. Why the rascals comment on in a different way? Why Srila Prabhupada writes? Sometimes some commentators, great philosophers, they say, oh, the Krishna speaking is different and Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita different. That is another Krishna. For them, Prabhupada used the word rascals. Many philosophers also write it. Why should you poke your nose and make a different purpose? This is a very mischievous rascaldom. So we want to stop this. We present Bhagavad Gita as it is, as Krishna says. What is Bhagavad Gita as it is? We say, read the label on our Bhagavad Gita. Once His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Bhakti Char Swami was explaining me. He said that why Prabhupada used the word as it is means Prabhupada wanted to explain the Bhagavad Gita in the way Krishna wanted to explain, in the way Arjuna wanted to hear about. It means in the what mood, what the feeling, what the bhava, Krishna was trying to explain Bhagavad Gita philosophy to Arjuna, in the what way Arjuna understood. In the same way we are presenting. We are not presenting Bhagavad Gita, not our what I think. It's like you can see Dr. S. Radhakrishna, great philosopher of the time. He wrote very big comment. I read it partially. On the Bhagavad Gita, one sentence goes for 3 pages. Kama, kama, kama. I think many times philosophers use the I think so. Prabhupada says, who are you the hell to think so? Just Lord is saying some final decision. Sarva dharman parityaj jamam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tam sarva pape bhyo moche sham shucha. Giving surrender to me, I will free you from the reaction of sinful activities. Who are you else to comment what type of surrender and all this? Nothing. So, surrender is surrender. When a policeman says hands up, are we going to say which type of hands up I should do? Hands up means hands up, that's all. Otherwise he'll shoot you. So here Krishna is saying, surrender to me, no commentary. So that type of commentary is that foolish commentary. Srila Prabhupada very heavy on that one. That is true. A Vaishnava has to be heavy on the illusionary theory of the rascals. Why you should Sad Bhagavad Gita and misrepresent it. So, because they are Shudras, their business is to cheat. They do that. But a Brahmana will not do that. Even now also many other sampradayas, some of them, even they come to South Africa also, I know. Durban Hindu Society, you go there, one guy from Sri Lanka, what is his name? He comes and gives lecture on Bhagavad Gita. He is not follower. He is an impersonalist. Oh, Karma Yoga is meant Krishna telling how you must do good business in this way. And nowadays people like it. Using this Bhagavad Gita instruction, how you can make your Karma Yoga material life nicely, perfectly. Bhagavad Gita has nothing to do with the material life. It has to do with the spiritual life, how one can get out of this material existence. I heard in Botswana many times. He comes to South Africa also, and every year he comes from London. What is the name? I forgot it. Many years before, 20 years. Given the qualification of Brahmana, Srila Prabhupada wanted us that simply to be imitated not enough. The events of the last few days still in his mind. He told us that, what are the events? I was told that there was the blast of the meat factory, New Zealand, and that slightly Prabhupada got disturbed with the news when the Hare Krishna's name came in the newspaper. Because the Prabhupada said that when the devotees are there, they should not involve in this type of things. That is the bad name to the organization. If we do not act to the standards he has given, Prabhupada has given, he made it clear it will reflect badly on him. Whom? Srila Prabhupada. If we do something wrong, oh, ISKCON, Prabhupada did it, said, oh, Prabhupada devotees. If you do anything social wrong, people will blame whole ISKCON. So we have to be very cautious. We are supposed to be supporting Prabhupada to further this movement, not to bring the bad name to this. You should be very careful so that we may not be subject to criticism. If there are so many foreign Brahmanas in India, and I am making Brahmanas in the Western India countries, if they are all still foreign, then what is the attempt? My attempt is fatal. So kindly be responsible. Those who are second initiated, means Brahmana initiated. If you fall down, then the whole movement becomes false. That is happening. So kindly rectify if that is happening. And that is guna karma. Okay. So the great responsibility of the devotees or initiated devotees of ISKCON, that they must uphold the teachings of Prabhupada. So that name of the organization will go. Also you get the spiritual benefit of going back to home, Godhead. No one gives a clear indication how one can go back to spiritual world, but Srila Prabhupada gives very clear way, just to follow the regulatory principles. chant Hare Krishna minimum of 16 rounds, engage in service of the Lord, take association of the devotees. Prabhupada says that if you follow these 4 instructions, one will certainly go back to Godhead. You find any other organization, no one gives that you do this one, you will go to back to God. But Prabhupada authoritatively gives that instruction. He knows that when you are chanting, taking association of the devotees, hearing from them, Bhagavatam, and engaging service of the Lord, and you will go. The moment you engage in service of the Lord and the guidance of the Vaishnava and spiritual master, you will be free from the false ego. If you don't do the service, we are subject to false ego. But I am cleaning the floor. I am not cleaning the floor. I am cleaning my heart, contaminations. That's why the Vaishnava philosophy, cleaning is given the most important stress on that. Service makes us clean, free from the false ego. Informed us that the real purpose of Brahmana is to educate others, and this is essence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Oh, all the time up. He says that every one of you become Guru. He wants no rascal imitation Guru. Prabhupada is very heavy. Yeah? Prabhupada said, whomsoever is meet him, Yare Deka Taraka Krishna Upadesha. And on my order, everybody should become Guru. Yes, it's given. That means that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said everybody should become Guru. I am a Guru. No. It is general instruction, but detailed instructions are there that how one can become Guru. Then you have to follow regulative principles. You have to be exemplary. What you speak, what you act, both should be. I speak something but do something, no. You are not a Brahmana. A Brahmana is the one what he speaks, he acts on that only. There is no duplicacy. He says that every one of you become Guru. Everyone is very anxious to become a Guru, but rascal does not know how to become a Guru. A simple thing. So many Gurus came from the India in this country, all rascals. But they will not speak what Krishna has instructed. Maybe for the first time, this has begun in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada very heavy said that so many great personalities came to West to talk about the God, but nobody talked about the Krishna consciousness. They tried to modify their philosophy according to the time and place, that's all. Philosophy of the Lord doesn't take place based on the time and place circumstance, no. You can slightly modify, not change the philosophy. If I say that it's a simple truth that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead, is the proprietor of everything, he is to be worshipped. Then where is my difficulty? So that is our mission. All of you, we have come to Krishna conscious movement. That is our request. What is request? You preach that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. First and foremost instruction that one should accept that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. I said no. It's scripturally there, but some people make some other theory. So that is our mission. Okay. A moment, that is our request, that you, all of you, become Guru, but don't speak nonsense. That is request. Simply speak what Krishna has said, and then you become a Brahmana. You will be Guru. 5 minutes more, then we stop it. Srila Prabhupada received more news clippings on the New Zealand bomb incident, some from the newspaper in Australia as well as Fiji. They all described the men as Hare Krishna followers. Prabhupada were very much worried because newspaper giving them that Hare Krishna followers did it. Although most articles added the temples added that the temples denied the liability and identified them as the members of fringe group known as the chanters. One special exception was the Fiji Sun, the newspaper, whose front page headline proclaimed, "Monks blow themselves up." They didn't write the Hare Krishnas. Prabhupada had me write a letter to Upendra. Who is writing? Prabhupada told Harishori Prabhu to write a letter to Upendra, who was in charge there, instructing him to demand an apology from them under the threat of being sued for the libel and enter an official complaint into the district magistrate in Fiji. He is keen to make it clear that the bomb makers are no way Hare Krishna followers. Prabhupada doesn't like to include the name of Hare Krishna devotee in that bomb blast. Govinda Pala Dasa, in a leading book distributor in the Los Angeles New Dwarka temple, arrived with the news that the Los Angeles International Airport is temporarily closed to the devotees. Half of the Sankirtan party has been dispersed to other regional airports. New Dwarka is in chaos, as they put it, because most of the book distributors and collections have been made at the airport. Now that is closed for the devotees. So Srila Prabhupada is spending several hours each day with Hayagriva. Hayagriva is one of the first batch of devotees. Right? Prabhupada, when he came to America, US, first time he met with Hayagriva. That time he was not devotee, he was a lecturer, English lecturer. So in that conversation, Hayagriva always followed. Usually in the afternoon, and today's subject was Spinoza's work. I have been attending some of the sessions, but I admit to finding it tedious. So usually I take advantage of the extra time to read. One of the special privilege of traveling with Srila Prabhupada is being able to read the newest volumes of the Srimad Bhagavatam as soon as they come off the press. Those days when any new book is published, then first copy is given to Prabhupada. They used to bring 2 copies. So one copy Prabhupada will read, other copy Harishwar Prabhu says that he used to read it. Srila Prabhupada is always given 2 gold edged copies, so I usually read one of them, and the later to arrive is 7th canto. At the time, Harishwar Prabhu said that the latest book I got to read is 7th canto of the Bhagavatam. We stop here. Any question, you are welcome to ask. Harishwar Prabhu now is there in Mayapur. Sometime I attended 2008. He took some seminars at the Prabhupada Bhavat Katha. 7 days he takes it. Festival time, sometimes he takes it. His health is not good. But because he has been associating with Prabhupada so many years, very closely, though he was very transcendental situated. When he gives the katha of the pastimes of Prabhupada, you forget the time and hunger, everything, you forget everything. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. We can't complete so many pages, they send it. Huh? They just read it, explain or what?